Hello friends, welcome to my channel Ask Electrical. Hope that all of you are fine. So in today's session, I will be focusing on generation of electricity and how the nature of its waveform is sinusoidal. We have seen that AC supply is sinusoidal in nature, but ever we had think why it is so? So to get this answer, watch this video till end, but don't forget to subscribe my channel. Also do like and share if you like the video. So let's get started. Consider a two-pole generator with north pole and south pole as shown in the figure. Let magnetic neutral axis MNA be the horizontally passing axis through the magnetic field of both poles. Let pole axis PA be the vertically passing axis through center of both poles. Magnetic neutral axis is the reference axis. At this point, there is no influence of magnetic field due to its magnetic neutral nature. Before we start how generation of alternating current actually takes place, we should know the two basic laws. First is the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction and second one is the Fleming's right hand rule. This law of electromagnetic induction states that whenever a conductor placed in a magnetic field cuts the magnetic field or is cut by the magnetic field, an EMF is induced in it. Fleming's right hand rule states that hold the three fingers of your right hand, namely forefinger, middle finger and thumb, mutually perpendicular to each other, in such a way that if forefinger points towards the direction of magnetic field, thumb indicates the motion of conductor with respect to magnetic field, then the middle finger will point towards the direction of induced current. Understand the picture. Before we start, let's have two assumptions. Let cross be the current going away from the observer and creating positive EMF. Let dot be the current coming towards the observer and creating negative EMF. Let conductor is placed in magnetic field and it rotates in clockwise direction from position number 1 to position number 5. Now take case number first. The conductor is placed at position number 1. We can see that it is placed at magnetic neutral axis. Also, the magnetic lines of force move parallel to it. As a result, there is no cutting of flux by the conductor at this point. Hence, no EMF will get induced in the conductor at position number 1. Now compare this condition with the waveform. On y-axis, it is the EMF induced in volt, and on x-axis, it is the theta in degree electrical, which is the displacement of conductor in magnetic field. At position number 1, the conductor is placed at 0 degree electrical. Hence, as seen earlier, the EMF induced in the conductor is 0 volt, which is clearly depicted in the waveform. Now take case number 2, that is the conductor moves from position number 1 to position number 2. While doing so, it cuts the flux and hence EMF get induced in the conductor. As the conductor moves from position number 1 to position number 2, the rate of cutting of flux begins to increase. As a result, the EMF induced in the conductor will gradually begins to increase and it becomes maximum at position number 2. We can see in the waveform that as the conductor moves from position number 1 to position number 2, the EMF will begins to increase and becomes maximum at position number 2. Now we will discuss the reason why it is rising in the positive half of the cycle. To get this answer, we have to apply Fleming's right hand rule to case number 2. For case number 2 was the conductor is moving from position number 1 to position number 2. Hence apply Fleming's right hand rule to get the direction of induced current in conductor at position number 2. The conductor is moving from position number 1 to position number 2, that is from left to right. Hence, comparing with Fleming's right hand rule, the forefinger is pointing out the direction of magnetic field, the thumb is indicating the direction of motion of conductor, hence the middle finger is showing the direction of induced current which is going away from the observer, and hence as per our assumptions it will be cross and in the positive half. Hence we can see that at position number 2, the EMF induced is in positive half. Now take case number 3. that is the conductor moves from position number 2 towards position number 3. While doing so, it again cuts the flux, but now it is moving towards magnetic neutral axis. As a result, the rate of cutting of flux begins to decrease and it becomes 0 at position number 3. As a result, the EMF induced in the conductor will gradually begins to decrease till it becomes 0 at position number 3. However, the direction of current through the conductor will remain the same because the conductor is still moving in the same direction, that is from left towards the right. Now observe the waveform. The conductor when moves from position number 2 to position number 3, the EMF gradually begins to decrease and at position number 3 it becomes 0. Also, as the current direction is same as the previous one, it is in the positive half only. Now take case number 4. The conductor is moving from position number 3 to position number 4, and here the direction of rotation of conductor is changing, that is it is moving from right to left. As a result, the direction of current will be going to change. Apply Fleming's right hand rule to identify the direction of current through the conductor. Now compare this condition with Fleming's right hand rule. The forefinger is indicating the direction of magnetic field. The thumb is indicating the direction of motion of conductor, which is from right towards the left. Hence, the middle finger will indicate the direction of induced current, which is coming towards the observer, and as per our assumptions, it is dot and negative EMF is induced. As the conductor is moving from position number 3 towards position number 4, the rate of cutting of flux is gradually increasing and it is maximum at position number 4. As a result, we get maximum induced EMF at position number 4, but it is in the opposite direction to the previous case because our direction of current in the conductor is changed. As the conductor moves from position number 3 towards the position number 4, the rate of cutting of flux gradually increases. As a result, we can see in the waveform the EMF rising takes place and it becomes maximum at position number 4. Also, as the direction of current through the conductor is changed, the direction of EMF induced is also changed and it rises in the negative half as per our assumption. Now take case number 5. The conductor is moving from position number 4 towards position number 5. We can see that it is moving towards magnetic neutral axis. As a result, the rate of cutting of flux will begin to decrease and it becomes 0 at position number 5. Hence, the EMF induced in the conductor will begins to decrease and become 0 at position number 5. However, the direction of current through the conductor will remain unchanged because the direction of motion of conductor is still the same, that is, it is moving from right towards the left. Now observe the waveform. As the conductor moves from position number 4 towards position number 5, the rate of cutting of flux is decreasing. As a result, we can see that the induced EMF will begins to decrease and become 0 at position number 5. Now at position number 5, one rotation of conductor is completed and this cycle is repeated. Now if we join all the points, we will find that its nature is sinusoidal. We have determined this condition for 0 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree and 360 degree electrical. Similarly, we can get the values of EMF at any instant. At any angle theta, the waveform follows the sine wave. Hence, as a result, the nature of waveform of alternating current is sinusoidal. So this was all about today. Hope that it helps. We will meet again in the next video. Thanks for watching the video.